Very good evening to all of you. I welcome you all on behalf of BSc Focus Forum. Forum has been organizing quite a seminars for its members on compliance and other related issues. Today we have a very important subject, it is enhanced supervision, the semi-circular which has recently come. And I am glad to share that today we have speakers from BSc, but our own Mr. Uttam sir, who has now become the chairman of BSc Focus Forum, will also be addressing the crowd and taking questions one-on-one. So by the time the BSc speaker comes, I request Mr. Uttam to come on the dais and start his basically talk, and then we will go with the follow-up presentation.
Good evening, friends. Welcome to another compliance seminar. जब से ये रिस्क supervision circular आया, सब problem हो गए. I have one question. How many of us here has actually read the full circular? It's probably half. So, forgive me for those who have read it. I am going to go a little basic of what the circular is all about. And then all the devil is always in the fine print. पहली बार पढ़ो तो कुछ समझ में आता है, दूसरी बार पढ़ो तो कुछ और निकल के आता है. So, I'll come straight to the point. This circular is issued by SEBI. The implementation will be monitored by BSE and NSE and the other stock exchanges. We have requested BSE officials, head of department of inspection, to come and address us, especially the Q&A session. And I'll take you through the presentation. What I am only doing is going through the circular line by line and the implications on us. Finally, at the end of the circular आ गया, relaxation होगा, extension होगा, ये सब बातें beyond. We have just moved beyond all this. How the hell do I implement this, and what are the implications? And all this stuff, धंधा बंद हो जाएगा, काम कैसे हो जाएगा? हर circular के बाद same dialogue है, कोई कहीं जाता नहीं है. शेयर बाजार वाला कहीं नहीं जाएगा, शेयर बाजार में रहेगा. कुछ लोग के पास खेत है, किसान बन जाओ, जवान बन जाओ, ब्रोकर तो ब्रोकर हो गए. Now, how this started? If you remember, last 1.5 साल में 4-5 ब्रोकर उड़ गए. क्लाइंट के शेयर गायब, पीओए से शेयर घुमा लिया, लोगों से शेयर बोरो किया और 12% रिटर्न मिलेगा, लोगों ने पागल पे शेयर दे दिया. 2-3 दिल्ली के थे, आई थिंक साउथ का था, एक सेंट्रल इंडिया का था. ब्रोकर उठा तो नया कानून तो लाना ही है, क्योंकि जेपीसी में जवाब क्या देगा रेगुलेटर. सो दिस थिंग, दे सेट अप a committee report, a committee in which there were two, I believe 10 odd people, in which there were 2 brokers, 2 large brokers, and they asked the committee to make a report, and the committee made a report. That report was made in May 2015. Then they shared the report with the broker association. हम पढ़ गए सब, बोले बॉस क्या कर रहे हैं. Then we had a huge discussion, argument, lots of meetings, made certain suggestions. Some of the suggestions are accepted, some were not. For example, what we are talking about weekly and monthly upload of data, there were talks of daily upload of data. So वो daily बोले तो बोला quarterly sir, तो कहीं बीच में monthly हो जाएगी बोले. But this is what has come. Now, if we believe after such a large negotiation and after so much time having passed, and after issuance of circular, is SEBI going to relax or extend it? I have a serious doubts. So please don't get under the impression. If we get extension, it's an extra bonus, but I find it extremely unlikely. So please, everyone, please start coming in the mode of trying to implement this circular. I'll just do I'll go line by line. The part 3 is a bit complicated, but the implication. All the bank accounts have to have so and so broker client account. This is the existing requirement of the sub. Fine, so there is no difficulty in this one. All your own accounts should have the word proprietary account. In our case, somebody uses own, somebody doesn't put anything. जहाँ जाएंगे मतलब वो own है. All those bank accounts will need to be renamed. बैंक के पास जाओ, अपडेशन ऑफ टाइटल ऑफ अकाउंट इज अ वेरी नॉर्मल प्रोसेस फॉर एनी बैंक. कोई भी बैंक होंगे जो बोलेंगे नहीं तुम नाम चेंज नहीं कर सकते. फिर उनसे जाके झगड़ना पड़ेगा. This is itself take quite some time. So please everyone make a database of all your bank accounts. उसमें लिखा क्या है और जाके crop डालो. There will be some complication, like for example, my office has my company name CDSL account. तो क्या उसको crop करो, crop CDSL? But the secretary says every account should be a crop account. So crop डालना पड़ेगा. Probably my office will change it as a matter of precaution, but each has to take his own crop. But these are the questions that are going to come at the time of implementation. All the demat accounts have to be stockbroker client account. Now NSDL uses margin account, this terminology. CDSL uses client beneficiary account. So probably the depositories will change the nomenclature and update all the accounts. If they don't, maybe the regulator will accept it. But this should not be a problem. Again, this is the existing requirement. All our accounts is marked as client beneficiary account or NSDL and margin account education. Part 1 is probably the easiest, so we'll go first on this. Demat account in which own का stock पड़ा हुआ है, that has to be called stockbroker proprietary account, even the demat. Again, we require the depository to change the nomenclature because we don't know what. There is no way we can change the name. Demat account is open at the name of the person, and this is the type. There are certain DPs who are brokers. So in NSDL there is something called a house account. So all these small issues will come, but probably because these are existing requirements, should not be much of a problem. This is another thing. We pledge shares with the clearing corporation. In case of NSE, we need to open accounts with custodians and वहाँ से pledge होता है. And those demat accounts are kind of controlled by them. All those demat accounts will have to be renamed and called collateral account. Those who pledge directly with ICCL opening a demat account in our place, they will also need to change it to collateral. I don't think depositories have this option. उनका software change करने में time लगने वाला है. But जब भी change होता है, you have to keep this in mind कि we need to get everything updated. All the pool account has to be called pool account, which is probably the only thing we don't need to do. Because in CDSL it's called a pool account, NSDL is also called a pool account. So there's no difference. I don't know what happens to the principal account in CDSL. That means again that will be a probably nomenclature change. Pool main account or pool payout account, I don't know. The bank account or purpose settlement account for the purpose of settlement will be stockbroker settlement account. Now this is a problem. In case of NSE, from day one, उनका settlement account is a separate bank account. Own account, client account, settlement account. But in BSE, the client account itself can be the settlement account. This is no longer envisaged by the circular. So either that client account nomenclature has to be changed to settlement, or you have to open a new settlement account. So paying का पैसा client account से settlement में transfer करके फिर paying करोगे और फिर payout आएगा. For old, जो many firms may have voluntarily done that, open a settlement account, but this is what we all need to do in our individual offices. This is I'm just again implementation में फिर बहुत सी implement नहीं हुआ, फिर इनका कुछ comment pass करेगा. Just trying to make you aware because they seem like a very small thing. ये तो अपना है, but कईयों का शायद नहीं होगा. So we all need to look inside our own organizations. Now reporting. What happened in Delhi? एक broker भाग गया. सेबी इंस्पेक्शन के लिए आई, एक्सचेंज आई. उसका बैंक अकाउंट कौन सा है, उसका क्लाइंट अकाउंट कौन सा है, क्लाइंट ने चेक किया, कौन से बैंक ने चेक किया, एक्सचेंज हैड नो डेटाबेस. So regulator says boss ये नहीं चलेगा. Every of the bank account and every of the demat account, the exchange should have a list. Full stop. They want to know कहाँ पे क्या है. So that in case something goes wrong, at least they know where to look. So we need to upload the details of all our bank and demat accounts to the exchange. Demat account is easy. Bank account में the difficulty is कोई पुराना खाता खुला हुआ है, डोरमेंट पड़ा हुआ है, भूल भी गए ऐसा कोई बैंक था, अरे यार एक नडियाड में खुला था वो कुछ तो बैंक खाता है. You can't afford to not fill your bank account. So please, फिर then something like zero balance account. कोई बैलेंस नहीं है, खाता खुला हुआ है, किसी को ध्यान भी नहीं है, खुला था 7-8 साल पहले. Every account that you have to upload to the exchange. If you don't upload, if that account any time comes before the regulator, he says, what is this? Well, sir, I don't operate that You have not informed the regulator that you have a bank account. I don't think that means the purpose is this, right? कि कल को छोटो उनको पता चले कहाँ देखना. So please ध्यान, jog your memories, check your back offices. If there are certain accounts which are useless, बंद करना है तो अभी बंद करो झटपट. But this is something that we only do. And again, demat it should be simpler because price statement आ जाता है ध्यान रहता है. काफी बैंक से स्टेटमेंट भेजते भी नहीं है गवर्नमेंट एंट्री के बाद से. You have to ensure that all demat accounts should have a proper nomenclature. All bank accounts should have a proper nomenclature. And they are given 6 months to ensure. That is good enough time. Very reasonable time is given. 6 महीने बात करना ऐसा नहीं कि जल्दी से जल्दी कर लेना. You have to upload in 1 month the list. Though you have 6 months to update the nomenclature. Details of all existing banks should be submitted to stock exchange by the stockbroker in the format specified within 1 month. And circular 27 तारीख का है ना? 26. तो 26 तारीख तक आपको लोड करना है. अभी मैं ऑफिस आया था तो MSCI से मेल आया. In compliance with SEBI circular, it is kindly provide a list of bank accounts. Circular order. Exchanges, obviously exchanges try to implement. So please get your data. There will be some confusion. For example, my CDSL account, कहाँ लोड करूँ? BSE का करूँ, NSE का करूँ, कहाँ लोड करूँ? Because it's not specific to any exchange. Multiple जगह लोड करूँ? I don't know. Because the number of accounts you load, those are the accounts that they are going to inspect when they come. So these are the questions related to SEBI from implementation point of view, sir. Which account has to be uploaded there? BSE client account का NSE में upload करना है? I don't think so. SEBI से कहीं एक जगह upload करते हैं that's good enough, but still we need a clarification. Hello. Natasha is here. Welcome. You just started. Just wait for a second. Now, every time you open an account, every time you close the account, you have to inform the stock exchange. This is something we have not done. We have to make our backers aware. खाता कभी खोल देते कभी बंद कर देते हैं. This we can't do anymore. We have to keep our backers aware. बहुत ज़्यादा exchange को upload कर दे. I'm sure there will be something BFS. There is something BFS or something like that.
Under BFS, under enhanced supervision, for bank and demat accounts to be immediately discharged.
Okay. So again in BFS there will be, you can load the data. You can see क्या पुराना load किया हुआ है कौन सा बाकी है. Please everyone just get first get a database ready and load it easy. ये सबसे बैंक अकाउंट ओपनिंग डेट. I've got बैंक अकाउंट जो 20-25 साल पहले खुला था मुझे पता भी नहीं ओपनिंग डेट क्या है. So I have to approach the bank. I will have a system in you, but you have to take some kind of paper key when this bank account was opened, and there should be logic. See, 2001 की जगह आपने 2000 लिख दिया तो दो डिफिकल्ट. पर 2016 की जगह 2015 लिखा तो there will be a problem. So please common sense has to be. But please, all the new accounts, demat and accounts are open and closed within 1 week. You have to upload ideally same method. Now, depository says that once a nomenclature given, you cannot change it perfectly all right. Anyway, even today, I don't think we can change the nomenclature. In NSE, we cannot. I think in CDSL you can, but now regulators say that you cannot change nomenclature. Thank you very much. Non-reporting, non-compliance, bank account detail will be here, penalty liability. Absolutely clear the circular so that even the exchange doesn't have a discretion. क्योंकि exchange तो brokers तो दया आ जाती है, तो कई जगह छोड़ देते हैं. Regulator बोलता है क्यों छोड़ा? Then they put all these lines in the circular so that even the exchange will have a discretion to be leaving the loss. All the demat accounts they will provide. The depository will go to the exchange and tally. So यदि कुछ रह गया तो उनको पता चल जाएगा. बैंक अभी पता नहीं चलेगा, but in the future शायद बैंक से खरीदा जाएगा. So just be careful. Many times you close the bank account or bank system के system में close नहीं होता. A couple of cases are come across. So please, it's a one-time exercise. इस बहाने ऑफिस की भी cleaning हो जाएगी. Now we come to 2.4, which they very nice. The heading is reporting to is reporting of bank and demat account maintained by stockbrokers. And 2 के अंदर prevalent regulatory requirement reiterated. These are not new regulations, बोलते ये तो already है. This is how they are worded it. Number 1, you should not use client money or shares for own purposes. Probably any broker worth his salt agrees to this, and no, none of us do it knowingly. Second thing is transfer of funds between name of from client account to settlement account and own account. And client own account is permitted. Transfer funds from client account to proprietary account is permitted only for as long as it is our own money. Again, these are existing requirements, but the small line is stockbrokers shall maintain daily reconciliation statement, clearly indicating amount of funds transferred. So in the next inspection, they will say, "Acha, please provide us the daily reconciliation statement." आप बोलेंगे बॉस वो क्या है? नहीं, वो सेबी का स्टेटमेंट आया था ना, उसके अंदर supposed to maintain it. What is reconciliation statement? Any money you move out of client account to own account. Probably this is what it seems to me. 20 lakh transfer की. अरे किस बेसिस पे ट्रांसफर किया? There has to be some kind of statement, some kind of recording, some kind of data and verifiable, auditable data in the office to ensure कि ये इसलिए ट्रांसफर हुआ है, no other reason. ध्यान दिया था किसी का इसमें? Daily reconciliation statement. So ideally the back office should do it, but back office change करना अपने आप में ख्याल रखना. So office ने कॉल Excel sheet. Compliance office regulate things to do. Now again, regulatory requirement में transfer of securities from collateral account to pool account to proprietary account here and there. In case of erroneous transfer, you need to maintain a stock transfer register. All of us have a demat ledger, probably in the back of us, a securities ledger. That itself is a stock transfer register for that matter. But उसके अंदर client में जो गया client से आया था वो noting होती है. इस यहाँ से यहाँ वहाँ से वहाँ, is it properly noted in the when you pledge it to the claim number and or the exchange that comes back? Is the security ledger taking note of that? क्योंकि होता ना pool के हिसाब से 10,000 लाख पड़ा हुआ है, demat में 5,000 है, बाकी 5,000 वो pledge हो गया वहाँ ठीक. Now your back office needs to record all that for those who are not doing it. And this is going to be checked by the internal auditor. Internal auditor के साथ भी काफी बदतमीजी की गई जो आगे आके पढ़ेंगे. उनकी हालत खराब होगी तो हमारी हालत खराब करेंगे, so get ready. Now this is they come in the form of prevalent regulatory requirement. हमेशा से confusion रहा है, client का share आगे pledge कर सकते हैं, नहीं कर सकते हैं, कर सकते हैं, नहीं कर सकते हैं, करेंगे. Now the circular is very clear that we can do it, and how to do it has been specified. Many of us may not be doing it, but कभी जब 2008 आता तो सब कुछ करना होता है. So we have to be ready for such a situation. You can pledge the securities, but you require explicit authorization. I believe there is a SEBI circular of 2008 or is it 2004, which allows pledge of shares, which mentions explicit authorization. Anybody remember that SEBI circular? Which year it was? Anyway. Now explicit means, isn't every pledge or can be general boss you can pledge? Probably one letter from the client should suffice. Not every 100 शेयर करना, 500 शेयर हर एक के लिए explicit authorization शायद नहीं लगेगा. But you may pledge my shares should be a part of the KYC document if you want to pledge client shares for that. To the extent use that will just coming up. But one time authorization देना पड़ेगा. And you take duty देखो. The same should be done in compliance with Regulation 58. Pledge का मतलब क्या है? कुछ लोग फाइनेंशियल को शेयर्स ट्रांसफर कर देते हैं, उसको अपने pledge कर लेते हैं. This is not what the regulator wants. Pledge means a pledge in the system. The shares will continue to land in your account and will be pledged in the favor of financiers. You cannot transfer it out. So, if the broker's demat account is with us, you can't transfer the share as a transfer into somebody else. You have to mark a pledge. That is what the regulations say. So that practice also comes under cover. And we have to ensure the following. Security security is only those clients can be placed who have a debit balance in the ledger. Now what is debit balance in the ledger? This term has been kept open. When we had a discussion with SEBI, but debit balance क्या होता है तुम नक्की करोगे? For example, F&O margin. Many of us do not debit in the ledger. We keep it as a reporting. Probably all of us have to change system and start debiting clients. Can you debit ad hoc margin to the client? Yes. Most मुझे लगता है कि Reliance के 10% margin मुझे लगता है बाजार कुछ भी हो जाएगा मुझे 50% margin करना है. It is your right to take. You can ask for 100% margin for all the shares or everything that you do. But then margins usually is not accounted for in our back offices. Probably all of us will have to start debiting the clients. अब ऐसे नहीं करोड़ रुपया ad hoc debit पे कर रहे हैं जिसके शेयर का जो करना है करो. I don't think you can do that. You should not be doing that. Otherwise, then this again the problem is doing offset. Regulator को जरा उंगली भी देता है ना अपने हाथ पकड़ लेते हैं. तो फिर regulator को नया लॉ लाना पड़ता है. फिर अपने बोलते हैं बेटा माइक्रो मैनेज कर रहा है. वो माइक्रो मैनेज नहीं करता तो हम तो पूरा जी नहीं जाता. So it is a very weird situation where I don't know. Many times we go to regulator and fight to say the micro management आप क्यों कर रहे हैं? And regulator gives us 25 examples. हमारा broker ये करता है, ये करता है, ये करता है. Frankly, शर्म आ जाती है. So what to do? We are like that only. Anyways, only those clients who have a debit in the ledger you can pledge. Even the loan amount cannot be more than the ledger debit. So किसी client का 1 लाख debit है, आपके करोड़ रुपए का माल है, आप करोड़ रुपए का माल प्लेज कर सकते हो, लेकिन लाख रुपए से ज़्यादा लोन नहीं ले सकते. This is what it, this seems to be the understanding. And जिसका डेबिट है उसी का शेयर खरीद सकता है. Now you need to figure out कि वो शेयर किसका है. उसके again they are reporting for that. The definition of debit balance in ledger is open. I believe it is regulator in its wisdom has hoped that we will be sensible and not do something stupid about this. If too many brokers do it, 2 साल में इसका भी clarification आ जाएगा. And again, some compliance officers are very strict. बोलते हैं यार अभी clarification लेके आओ. Which I find suicidal. क्या चाहते क्या हो यार? यदि आपको कोई लीवे मिला है तो just keep it. Why are you calling trouble for one? As a matter of order, precautions are too much. Okay, the funds raised against the security should go in the client account. It can't go in the own account, it can't go in the settlement account. And the shares have to be pledged from the client account. If it is client shares, client can debit to client account. Suppose you have your own shares, can you pledge it? Of course you can. I mean, that is a separate matter altogether. But ideally, I believe as the regulator will be happy if both the records are kept and not mixed. So if I have 10,000 shares of Reliance lying in my client account and 10,000 shares of my own, and to raise money, so client के जो share pledge किया where all systems and controls are there to ensure that the debit है कि नहीं, इसके सामने भी है कि नहीं. मेरे shares पे जो pledge करना है करो, that probably the circular doesn't claim to try to control anything about that. Alright. Now we have to, every time you pledge or unpledge, you have to send a statement to the client. होगा ये कि सारे क्लाइंट्स ने नॉन स्टॉप चला किसी रिलायंस लिया बेचा, रिलायंस लिया बेचा, अपने पूल में 1 लाख रिलायंस पड़ा, अपने 10,000 प्लेस कर लेंगे, जिसका वो एडजस्ट कर लिया. नाउ इन द जिसका डेबिट है अपने उसी का डेबिट का ले रहे हैं. बट एवरी टाइम अ पर्टिकुलर डेबिट इज अलॉटेड टू अ पर्टिकुलर क्लाइंट, इवन दो यू मे नॉट चेंज द प्लेस डॉक्यूमेंट विद द फाइनेंसर. इस क्लाइंट की जगह ये क्लाइंट हो गया तो देयर हैज टू बी अ स्टेटमेंट. 500 shares of yours has been pledged. 500 shares of yours has been unpledged. और इसका 500 pledged. This the back office has to do. I don't know how quickly the back office will be able to give these functions to us. Maybe manual, but this is a requirement. This is the most khatarnak part of the circular. Everything else is nothing to do with this. When NSE was formed in 1995-96, के bylaws of commission पे एक clause है that says that if a constituent is in default and 5 दिन निकल गया पेइंग के, उसने पैसा नहीं दिया, तो the सौदा is deemed to be closed out, सरखा, and माल ब्रोकर का पोते हो गया, उसके बाद तेजी में भी ग्रो करे. This was not really implemented for many years, but people did not really realize. This is the genesis of T+5. We find IMAX. In case of BSE bylaws, there is nothing which says already 2, 5, 7, 8, 10. But broker झगड़े के चक्कर में 15 दिन का एक नंबर लिखा हुआ है किसी इकोनॉमी किसी bylaw. So the arbitration of BSE has usually been following 50 days. With again, it's more like a precedent. There is no law. Now recently NSE came out with a circular which says कि यदि क्लाइंट का डेबिट है लेकिन उसका सफिशिएंट माल पड़ा हुआ है तो तुम उसको और डेबिट दे सकते हो. Regulator was very unhappy we know that officially कि बस ये तुम क्या कर रहे हो because leverage position के ऐसे लोग हैं कैश मार्केट में things go wrong मार्केट कैसे कैसे मिलेगी. But then when negotiation going on with सर इसको टच मत कीजिए ब्रोकर्स खत्म हो जाएंगे and the regulator was okay to give a number and but the final settlement has come and they say it is out. Now this regulatory arbitrage between the two exchanges is out of the window. What is T+2+5? किसी ने मंडे को सौदा किया तो वेडनेसडे को पेमेंट किया, वेडनेसडे के 5 दिन थर्सडे फ्राइडे नेक्स्ट मंडे ट्यूसडे वेडनेसडे, तब तक उसका पैसा नहीं आया तो अगले थर्सडे को आप उसको बाइंग अलाउ नहीं कर सकते. Is that correct? This is how T+5 is being I'll just repeat. Somebody does a trade on Monday, assuming there are no chuttis. Somebody does a trade on Monday, so the settlement is going to be Wednesday. So 5 days after settlement day, तक उसका पैसा नहीं आया. Beyond the 5th trading day from the paying day. So that is from the paying day, the 5th trading day is Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Wednesday तक उसका पेमेंट नहीं आया तो Thursday से आप उसको नया बाइंग अलाउ नहीं कर सकते. Is this
particular class is like that only, but I think there are the existing circulars of the BOT exchanges which say that if the fully paid securities are available with the broker and the daily balance of the funding daily balance of the client is less than the value of those fully paid securities from the exposure can be given. So after this class probably they have not mentioned that clause of fully paid securities. However, the existing circulars of both the exchanges before that provided for that. So probably, I mean, after this thing, the official position is that this overrules the earlier clause, but still I think there is a scope of seeking clarification from some.
So we have hope, but this is what it is. Now, please don't make this an official policy because again sometimes we are trading on Saturdays. That is a trading day. So every office has to be aware कि कौन सा क्लाइंट कितना डेवलप चल रहा है. Rule of thumb is हफ्ते में एक बार जैसे CR बोलना चाहिए. But it can't be इस मंडे को CR बोला फिर अगले फ्राइडे को CR बोला. Some kind of track has to be kept. Otherwise, this will be treated as a funding violation. Which I think the exchange penalty is 50,000 rupees currently.
Or funding.
Funding.
Or bank funding the penalty, I think you can say.
Yeah, from memory. Penalty हमको याद है. Anyways, and again going ahead there will be a clause where penalties will be decided by exchange directly, and then the exchange will levy heavier penalty which they so this now question arises. Suppose client का 1 करोड़ का माल पड़ा है, उसका लाख रुपया डेबिट है पिछले 15 दिन से, क्या उसको बाइंग अलाउ नहीं करें? मजाक है. This is what the secular says. But tell me, उसका 1 लाख का माल आगे प्लेज कर दो, लाख रुपया आ जाए, तो क्या उसको हम इतना ट्रेड देके उसको नॉर्मल अकाउंट मान सकते हैं? This is the question that comes to my mind because आ गया लाख रुपया, he is no longer in debit. What do you think? I can ask the audience because there are lots of compliance officers here. Sorry?
Paying issue from clients account only. In this particular case, by pledging the securities, you will be getting the amount from the bank or NBFC.
अच्छा टेल मी, जो लोन से पैसा आएगा आपने लेजर में किसको क्रेडिट करोगे? उस क्लाइंट को क्रेडिट करोगे कि घर के अकाउंट पे करोगे? हाँ? See, you're right. All payments to and from the clients as per the 1993 circular has to be and from clients.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
It will be credited to client.
Yes.
So he will not be considered.
Yeah.
Because broker को तो पैसा मिल गया ना क्लाइंट का. So अब यदि क्लाइंट को खिलाना है, उसको तंग नहीं करना, तो तेरे बिहाफ में मैं प्लेज कर देता हूँ, ब्याज जेब से बढ़ूंगा तो काम कर. This is the weird situation that comes in front of us. Sorry?
Once you release the securities, after it gets paid, what it will pass? So it is again not a payout to the client. Again,
See, there is a 1996 circular. I think that's the client का लेना देना. Now this is also a series circular. This is a recent circular. If this circular has a process, this will override the 1993 circular. That's what I would believe. It is not set in stone. A series circular can be revised as a series circular. See, these are the questions that we will face. Okay, कभी-कभी कोई clarity नहीं आता. And now an exchange official has had the courage to go on record कि prima facie I think this is going to be the position. But we'll approach saving a clarification is required. But if a clarification doesn't come, तो आप क्या करोगे? You have to take some kind of decision. Probably in my office, if I'm not clear, I would write a letter to exchange and say, this is what I read. There's nothing that prevents me from it. I am going to. This is what I am going to do. कोई problem हो तो बता देना. Stamp मारके अपने फाइल में रखो.
Excuse me, sir. When a broker is pledging shares, he is pledging shares for 300 clients, and he is getting money at one go, and that is his liability vis-a-vis the lender. It is practically not possible to credit 300 clients ledger because he has pledged so many clients share. So, and as far as the lender is concerned, broker is personally liable for that fund. Client is not borrowing money.
Fine.
And the interest also obligation is of the broker to pay to the lender.
So in your case, in your office, you would, if you receive money, so you'll just take it as a liability item.
Of course, it has to be broker.
It has to be liability.
Client is not borrowing. Client is not told that I am borrowing. You credit my account.
But then are you sending a report to the client now that on your behalf I have pledged so many shares as per this circular? You'll be informing him. Number one, client has given explicit approval to pledge the shares. After that, you inform based on the explicit approval, मैंने तेरे 500 या शेयर प्लेज कर दिया और इतना रुपया मैंने उठाया. आप क्लाइंट को बोलोगे?
हाँ, मैंने प्लेज किया, मैंने लोन लिया है. Not client has not taken loan.
तुम्हारे डेबिट के लिए.
Agreed, but client has not taken loan.
Fine. So I think we have two lines of thought on this.
Interest is being borne by us.
But we are directly interested in the client, aren't we? Anyways, fine.
For DPC normal as well.
DPC normal, we call it as interest, right? Anyways, there is no answer to this question. I think both sides of the issues have been raised. Each man will decide how he runs his office. So, closer to your mouth.
Hello. This is Monday customer buy 1,000 shares of Reliance. For T plus 2 plus, he sent the Reliance and buy SPI of a much higher value. Technically, he has created previous rates, and ideally, exchange would accept this position, but this is not a thing.
I'll repeat this question.
Assets have been sold again. Whatever are the debut for vehicle, the same asset has been sold at slightly higher money. Okay, and then another asset is bought with a slightly higher value. So the debit has arrived because of fresh purchases. Our realization makes it continuous debit.
May I repeat?
Violation.
I'll repeat your point. I'll repeat your point. So I'll repeat your point.
Ideally, people what they are doing, so if customer bought in BSC, then you can be selling BSC, violation stock in LSC, so your value is different. And you can do it with the
Sir, I'll repeat the point. मंडे को एक बंदे ने 1 लाख रुपए का रिलायंस लिया और 10% बढ़ गया चलो. और उसने फ्राइडे को मतलब 3-4 दिन में ही 1,10,000 में माल बेच दिया और उसने 25,000 रुपये का पेंटाफोल एनीवे, तो उस दिन उसका नेट में 15,000 का डेबिट कार्ड बना। तो देखा जाए तो कंटिन्यूस डेबिट चल रहा है, और देखा जाए तो उसने सर करेक्ट जिस चीज के डेबिट का वो सरकार कर चुका, तो इज ही इन कंटिन्यूस डेबिट? So then, when comes situation, then you have to read the lines. Stockbrokers shall not grant further exposure to clients when debit balances arise out of client's failure to pay the required amount, and such debit balances continue beyond the 5th trading day as reckoned from the date of pay-in.
Again, the recount of 5 days will start from the next day. In this case, his first 10 deliver is netted off. We count out the first debit balance, since this year's against that are sold out and money has been raised. The moment the money has been raised, his client account ledger will be credited. So he is out of first debit. But whenever the second position is created, again the payout position will be created and his client ledger will be considered. Again he will get the whole T plus 1 plus 1.
So probably, see, realizing sir, let me moderate with your permission. सब एक साथ बोलेंगे तो हो गया काम. I'm spending time on this because many people are worried about this aspect. होता क्या है, जब इंस्पेक्शन करने आते हैं वो तो लेजर देखते हैं लाइन से टक 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 इतने से अपना बैक ऑफिस सॉफ्टवेयर की एजिंग एनालिसिस करेगा, वो लेजर देखेगा. अब टेक्निकली हो सकता है उसने अगेन ये रिलायंस लिया, उसने थर्सडे सुबह बेचते 10,000 रिलायंस, थर्सडे शाम को 10,000 वापस दे दिए, तो ये तो अलग रिलायंस है, वो तो बेच चुका हूँ. इस आर्गुमेंट का तो कोई अंत नहीं है. अब जैसे सर में बहुत सिंपल सोल्यूशन होता है, लोग क्या बोलते हैं तो 10,000 रिलायंस बीएससी में गया था, बीएससी में बेचा ना, वापस मैंने एनएससी में बेचा because exchange rate is a 5 days कर लेंगे. This is the wire media people have implemented. My office is also implemented. That's how we are working on it. But suppose कोई ऐसा केस आ गया, तो एटलीस्ट एक बार तो एक्सचेंज आ जाएगा तुमने फंडिंग किया है, एंड दिस इज द प्रॉब्लम. Then you always get a chance to reply to the show. And when you give further details, because Reliance बेचा, ये X लिया, X बेचा, Y लिया, Y बेचा, these are separate trades. And the client का उस पेइंग का कोई obligation नहीं था. The exchange may take a review. You also have to understand that there are two exchanges, there are two departments. Sometimes the interpretation changes as per the office on the table. Even SEBI, there are various departments, various officers. जब कोई नया सीनियर ऑफिसर आता है, वो उसके बोले यार इतने साल से चल रहा था लेकिन है तो गलत था. And these are the practical issues that do come. So in compliance, as a very good friend of mine said, it's best to be a compliance coward. To be on the same side, I'm sorry.
I had a query.
Yeah.
When we say it's a debit, are we setting up gain stock also or just cash there? So for example, the client is holding shares in Demat account or on a daily account, and do I give exposure towards this debit balance based on that? That is one question of mine. Second is that
No, so your first question not understood. Please repeat.
alright, now let's say the client has made a purchase on Monday, alright, and he's not paying a check for it, the debit continues, but he's got a much larger value of shares lying with me post haircut. So do I consider the credit of those shares towards his debit? For example, in F&O, we can allow, if we choose, margin limit based on the haircut value of his shares. Again, that is a margin debit and for which I don't receive a check. But I still have to share money which the exchange will consider as a margin receipt.
The thing is, I'll repeat a question. A client का लेजर funds ledger में मिला कर डेबिट इफेक्टिव ये पोस्ट हो इफेक्टिवली सपोज 50% haircut कम हो तो 50% 49 lakh is actually credit. So can I consider that credit?
Yes.
Sir, as soon as you now from this the field of the circular, this word ledger debit is going to be a very important term. The moment you give credit for security in the funds ledger of the client, it's almost like you purchase it from them.
I'm not giving him a credit. For example,
You're not giving a credit. You're just considering it, but you're not giving a credit.
That is correct.
Sir, the past exchange circulars were permitting it. Till yesterday, till this circular was permitted. I know from a personal experience, regulator was not happy with this. What exchange is done. तुम लोग brokers से कुछ ज़्यादा ध्यान रखते हो, तो we don't agree. The regulator felt that way. This point was discussed with the regulator during our discussion. He said, okay, we are probably कुछ ना कुछ नहीं होगा. When the report came from that committee, this was not going to come in the final circular, but it has come. Means SEBI, the regulator, officers have applied their mind, and this is the regulatory direction. This is what they want. They are not happy with the securities debit, market on the debit channel. उसके बाद भी the law is clear. Read it. If you still want to interpret the way you want to interpret, if you feel it's correct, please go ahead. If it is correct, nothing will happen. If it is wrong, regulatory action may follow. But it's actually a personal call.
And this alternating between the exchanges is good as long as the individual exchanges are auditing us, but the date is a joint SEBI audit. That's going to be the information.
See, stockbrokers should not grant further exposure to clients when debit balances are arise out of client's failure or conduct. There is no failure in NSE. He got shares in BSE, he's not paid, he is a constituent default, but there is nothing in NSE I can't stop him. Similarly, NSE ने माल दिया है, so he is not default, there is no paying in NSE. So I'm not giving, there is no question of paying in default. This is the stand most of us are taking. If you want to take a stricter stand in the office, it's really.
Uttam, regarding securities which are client securities which are lying with us, as of now, many of us are maintaining a segregation between client beneficiary account and the margin account. So, how does it shape up exactly this circular and pledging of securities from that account? As of now, only what's lying in the client when the account full से transfer होता है और unpaid पड़ा रहता है, only from there pledging.
I'll repeat. Currently, when the client says the line with me, I have two categories from what I understand. One, उसने जो बाजार से माल खरीदा है, वो पड़ा हुआ है, that is client beneficiary. और उससे specifically मुझे 10,000 शेयर ट्रांसफर किए, that is mine. You are keeping it separate. I don't believe there's any reason that you will.
So they will now.
I don't believe there exists any regulation, requirement, laws, that these two have to be separate.
Administrative convenience is the
Administrative convenience, you can open a separate DMAT, a separate client, any account for every client of your office. In theory. So that, sorry, extreme example to make a point. But administrative convenience, the client को पैसा माल आपके पास पड़ा हुआ है, and so we can look from the real point of view. But client margin का शेयर आप तय नहीं कर सकते, पहले क्या कर सकते? I don't think regulators envisage such a thing. Thinking ही नहीं है. Client का लेकर client का माल बेच सकते.
To comply with this, अभी उसको client account वाला page जो देना है, तो I will have to plug both the accounts of person.
All accounts will be called client. Client margin account is client margin account. जो client का धन पड़ा वो client account, जो अपना धन है वो
Or you can just mention the client beneficiary account under the client plan and client margin account also under the client plan.
But they will
When you are from you may continue with the same number.
most of the repository are going to change the number to comply with it. अब उनका software change करना बहुत मुश्किल है. It requires a lot of things. So it will come probably a month with new version and non-feature coming.
So do I need to necessarily plug them is my question, or I will maintain two
You
accounts
can
with the same name?
yeah, two client accounts. Administrative convenience. But logically I agree. These are constituent defaults से माल दिया तो उसका पैसा नहीं दिया इसलिए pledge चल रहा है. इसको अलग ही करो तो थोड़ा logical है.
That's why we know that this is the shares that we have.
Fair. No, no.
Effect futures are optional. Is it permitted if he is having collateral?
Very good question. Is this restriction for cash market or also calculable? Read. Stockbrokers shall not grant further exchange to clients when debit balance is or client failure to pay. Economic pain होता है, हमें pain होता है. So if I were to inspect you, I would say it's applicable to all segments for exchange or anything. Though I don't think that's the intent of regulator. It is जो लिख, see जो secular लिखता है वो भी ट्रांसफर हो जाता है. जो एजुकेशन ऑफिसर है वो तो सेक्रेटरी का सेक्युलर पड़ेगा. यहाँ क्या लिख रहा है? That is final. उसका इंटेंट क्या था उसकी कोई वैल्यू नहीं है आपका फाइनल रियल लाइफ. May I continue from here? Last on this topic.
Just a quick thought. I think this T+2+5 is being stretched beyond what is needed. We need to understand that all the circular comes under the heading which says that with prevailing regulatory requirements, it is reiterated that these are the things that we need to follow. Right? So it is not a new circular. It has not come out with new rules and regulations. Whatever rules and regulations have been prevailing, the way we've been following, continue, and SEBI has only chosen to reiterate them based on the existing regulatory requirements. See, so just in terms of now, when we look at T+2+5, this is not a complete circular by itself. Within T+2+5, we've had further clarifications given by the exchange, which Lady was also referring to, with respect to being able to give exposure beyond, if your collateral value is beyond the limit. That circular stays valid. It does not become null and void by this new semi-circular. So I don't think this debate is really needed to, I think it's really beyond what is really needed. Given the practices that we've been following in terms of aging square off, PSC, NSC conversion, all stays valid because your settlement cycle changes. You follow a T+2+5 based on the settlement cycle. Once your settlement cycle has changed, the date of settlement has changed. So again, you have the period of another 5 days. So A, that is my interpretation. B, your clarification given by NSC, PSC with respect to ability to give fresh exposure beyond your collateral, for excess collateral stays.
Point taken. Only at this existing requirement is only for 2.4. 2.5 is strengthening of pledge, and 2.6 is something totally new. It's not reiteration of existing. But if you see, by any chance that the play of words कुछ अपने फेवर में होता है, आप करते हो तो कोई मजा नहीं है. As long as the law permits you to do something, and if you have legal reasons to believe that it's permitted, करो, and hope that you are not wrong. Sir, Sir, I can't.
Planning of shares, mark करके pledge करने. So that share should be considered because it is mentioned you can pledge to the action of debitors, correct? But when you pledge the shares, as per the new RBI guidelines, you will get only 50% haircut. So how are you going to manage the 50% shortfall?
The haircut doesn't need to be war-based. Haircut, how to value security is always been open. आपके ऑफिस में what is the value of the security space is a function of how you define the haircut in your office. So client का यदि market value 10 लाख का माल है, लेकिन आपने pledge किया, हम बोले बॉस मैं तो इसको 5 लाख का माल पकड़ के pledge कर. अब pledge तो 10 लाख का माल कर सकते, loan amount has to be less than the level. What? Plus haircut is always been our option.
See, while pledging of shares, let's say on
Actually on T+2, I placed the client's share to do it. On the next 2 days, client will actually have a time and I got the clear. On the next day, client again buys some shares. So when I should unplace the shares, how I can accountable for unplacing and placing?
करना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि देश का कानून नहीं करता.
Because if you do the we can't do only you.
You have to do every day.
Or next day, he has taken the position at 9:30. So for me, he was in the debit.
If for you it was in the debit, then the circular allows you to keep it.
So can we do in the policy or KYC authorization that we will do on weekly basis?
You can put
We can
anything
take
in the
an
policy
authorization from the client.
as long as it is consistent with the circular. अपने लीगल टीम के साथ बैठ जाओ, circular के
Circular says for
किया उसने, I'll repeat the question. उसका डेबिट था मंडे को सौदा किया, वेडनेसडे को डेबिट था, उसने पेमेंट नहीं किया, वेडनेसडे को टैक्स के लिए दो पैसा उठा लिया, उसने अगले मंडे को चेक दे दिया, हिसाब से अनपेश करना चाहिए, लेकिन मंडे को और माल ले लिया, अब मैं क्या करूँ? दैट इज द क्वेश्चन। मंडे को उसका ज़्यादा लेजर डेबिट था नहीं, वो तो फिर आपका बिलिंग करेंगे। मंडे को आपने जेबी मार दिया, अपकमिंग डेबिट के हिसाब से तुमको पहले डेबिट करना। That is your right if you have such a policy. The ledger has to be debit, but if you do too much of this anti-banking, then नया सेक्टर आएगा यार। ये भी तो प्रॉब्लम है यार, रेगुलेटर के सामने इसी का असर आता है कि जरा सा भी दिया ना अपने देशवासियों को। Anyway, I'll move it. Pledge can be only for sales over debit balance, for clients over debit balance. Can be more than debit balance, and debit balance is not defined. Obviously, what our back office is the debit balance. Funds raised against debt securities should be created only bank account, which is the client account. Own account में नहीं कर सकते. So client ने जमा किया, एक client को credit करने के लिए, I don't know how to make it happen. Maybe it's not thought of. We'll have to figure it out. Securities should be placed on the bank account. When we are talking about SEBI बोला कि pledge के लिए तो separate एक demat account खोलना पड़ेगा. तो client account से pledge account में pledge करो, pledge अल्टरनेट करो, साहब क्या कर रहे हो आप? क्या फर्क पड़ता है? ऑडिट ट्रेड जो है, तो अच्छा ठीक है सर, client से pledge करो. Just we had a huge discussion. Just why are you building complication to ना जाए? For one shares obviously there is no issue. I got back. Oh, we have done this. Implementation timeline 2.4 to 2.6 after 3 months. So the SEBI sectors exchange this T+2+5 comes into effect after 3 months from the SEBI. तब तक जो कमा सकता कमा लो. उसके बाद आपका implementation आपकी है. जिसके बाद NBFC है, they will not have much of a problem, maybe. But now 2.1 to 2.3 is applicable. That's what it means. Moving your share, daily reconciliation statement वगैरह चालू हो चुका. Implementation is you already 3 is crazy. तो समझते पागल हो गए. समझ में तो आ गया. But what I've done is made an Excel sheet with putting some numbers and run through it. So I'm I'll go very fast. नहीं समझ में आया तो just bear with me. We are going to have a small exercise with you. I made an Excel sheet. Let's put numbers and see how G happens and how C happens. Okay. This is a killer. It seems like a killer. Friday को डेटा निकालो और मंडे तक एक्सचेंज को लोड करो. I believe it's very mean on SEBI's part. तुम Friday को weekend की क्यों ले रहे हो यार? But probably if they had given time to Tuesday end of payment, तो शायद सब बंदे हाँ ठीक है कर लूँगा. Because when you're loading data to exchange, you have to check, double check, triple check is not wrong. After 1 year back office एक फाइल मिलेगी सीधा लोड हो जाएगा. और for 1 साल तक probably a lot of manual process and manual checking, rechecking is going to happen. So goodbye 5 days for the compliance officers. Demand a raise immediately. Okay, now they have these concerns. 1, total client bank account में कितना पैसा पड़ा हुआ है? मैं 15-20 client bank account होता है, एक settlement account होता है. Total मारो plus this is the bank balance rate across stock exchange. So BSE का जो data लोड करेगा across stock exchange जाएगा, NSE across stock exchange जाएगा. So this is same file for both exchanges. At least उतना काम आना होगा. Total amount of collateral deposit with Trade Corporation and not Trade India. Are you aware that not only deposit money with Trade Corporation, also deposit money with stock exchange? जो बेस कैपिटल में स्टॉक एक्सचेंज जाता है, ट्रेड कॉर्पोरेशन को जाता है टेक्निकली. तो 30 लाख BMC या NSE को लेती है. You cannot count that. कि एक्सचेंज का रुपया पड़ा नहीं. Because एक्सचेंज का पड़ा है, they want ट्रेड कॉर्पोरेशन करेंगे. And now obviously that दोनों ट्रेड कॉर्पोरेशन और उसका अलग स्टेटमेंट निकालना है. कौन सा एक्सचेंज लेवल में 1.5 नहीं 1 करोड़ 30 लाख 1 करोड़ 20 लाख 30 लाख में बेस का एल्गो वाला बेस का वैल्यू 50 लाख का वैल्यू. So please be careful. You should not make a mistake because, right? Playing out is very clear. And यदि हमने बैंक गारंटी दी हुई है, तो the funded part of बैंक गारंटी, तो सब बोलते हैं 50%. Some people give 25% equity and 25% securities. तो भैया खाली 25 होगा. होगा ये कि एक्सचेंज कुछ लोग तो 75% एक्स्ट्रा एफडी दे दो. So that funded part is yours. Exchange will probably inspection team will assume 50% default. 70 कराना तो proof देना पड़ेगा. 25 नहीं कराना तो proof मत देना. But it would be very unfair that we don't tell the actual position because this is data you have to load and save. You cannot say मुझे नहीं पता था 25. So please check your majority will be 50 but some could be 50. So they are assuming कि जो FD का जो बैंक गारंटी का FD part है वो तुम exchange को दे रहे हो. That is what they say, which is actually a big relief for many of us. See, if client travelers में कितने creditors हैं? Now the challenge is after adjusting for open bills, uncleared checks and uncleared checks issued and deposited. I think most of our back offices are not designed to give that data. अब वो travelers में कितने creditors आप 1 करोड़ रुपए credit करा? अच्छा इसमें से कितने लोग हैं जिसने चेक दिया नहीं क्लियर नहीं हुआ? I don't most see some people have this value date and posting date. Most of us don't have it. We have a repo date somewhere in the company. Our back office are not prepared to give us data to us. Currently they don't have this process. So we need to figure this out. बाकी एक क्लाइंट ने लाख रुपए डेबिट है जिसको कल 5 लाख का पीरियड का चेक दिया था इसने जमा नहीं किया. तो एक्चुअली वो 4 लाख क्रेडिट हो गया. So it's going to get a little messy this end of the week trial balance. Routine में चल जाएगा लेकिन हर हफ्ते करना है. ऐसा नहीं कि साल में एक बार करना है कि कभी नहीं. This is going to be a huge practical implementation issue for all of us. Being aware is 50% of the problem solved, बाकी 50% of us नहीं. And बैंक रिपो जो लोग डेली नहीं करते और वीकली तो करने at least this Friday. ये लोग एक क्लाइंट के नाम पे चेक फाड़ दो, ड्रॉर में डाल दो, फिर चेक कैंसिल कर दो, लेजर में पोस्ट कर दो, रिटर्न दो, वैसा नहीं है. ये भी लोग अति करते हैं, इसलिए ऐसे सर्कुलर आते हैं. फिर ये तो ABC, नॉट B. कितने डेटास करें? That's another number they are trying to calculate. उसमें भी uncleared checks उड़ा हुआ. So actually balance सब मिल जाएगा. E value of proprietary non-cash collateral. खुद के ओन के शेयर दिए गए एक्सचेंज को, उसका वैल्यू. हैकट का कुछ मेंशन नहीं है, अब प्रॉब्ली इट इज मेंबर डिस्कशन. बट कहीं जब मेंशन नहीं है तो वार इज प्रॉब्ली द डिफॉल्ट फॉर. फिर बीजी का जो नॉन फंडेड पार्ट that is also their concern for this is the number they are taking on the system. So this is the data that has to be ready for you with you. Margin obligation account own में pro में भी 16 करते हैं तो उसका margin obligation कितना है? Probably on Friday evening you'll have the margin obligations of Thursday open days and Friday to calculate fee of own. हाँ, उसमें जो आपने अर्ली पेइंग कर दिया उतना ऑब्लिगेशन कम हो जाएगा. एंड आई प्रिज्यूम इज द एंड ऑफ द ऑब्लिगेशन ऑफ फ्राइडे. तो एक्सचेंज क्लाइंट कोड वाइज मार्जिन फाइल डाउनलोड करती है, ओन का ब्रोकर देखिए नंबर आ जाएगा. दैट इज ऑथेंटिक नंबर, दैट्स द नंबर ऑफ एक्सचेंज. MC is aggregate value of money utilized for position of trade balances across position of credit balance across the exchange. And aggregate value of unutilized collateral lying in the clearing operation and clearing members across exchange. This is MC and NF is calculated out of other numbers. This they will accept. Based on this, if they come to the conclusion कि client का पैसा misplaced हो रहा है, तो यहाँ alerts generate शुरू हो जाएंगे. Alerts शुरू होंगे, alerts बहुत critical हुआ, तो आपके यहाँ snap inspection होगा. Snap inspection पता चला कि आप बदमाशी कर रहे हो, तो आपने So this is merely a alert. एक्सचेंज को पता होना चाहिए कि अपने ऑफिस में क्या चल रहा है. That is the only objective of this data collection. I think as a community, we have never been afraid of transparency. We don't have a choice. But this is first हमारे ऑफिस में क्या होता है, आपके बैक ऑफिस में एक्स्ट्रा निकाल के एक्सचेंज मांग रहा है, रेगुलेटर मांग रहा है. It's not too much of a, it's not an unfair demand. Only thing is timelines are too short. जैसे मार्जिन का के लिए 5 days देते हैं, इसमें 5 दिन देते हो यार. दे देंगे आपको डेटा एकदम सही करना. दूसरे दिन 3 दिन दिया ना, सैटरडे संडे काम करें. Anyway, this is what we do. And we'll do some kind of calculations. I think it goes on the Excel. कितना तुमने क्लाइंट का पैसा यूज किया या क्लाइंट के पैसे से खुद का मार्जिन पोजीशन यूटिलाइज किया. And based on that, they will come to some kind of conclusion. And based on that, they are going to check. I'm not going too much detail. Now, this weekly data upload is not required for brokers who do only own trading or only institutional trading. Client data हम इसको बंद करना है. एक ब्रोकर आया था CKYC. अगर तुम्हें 5 क्लाइंट है CKYC करना पड़ेगा. मतलब क्यों 5 क्लाइंट? हमने यार रिलेशन में बना नहीं कर सकते. मैं गजब हुआ आप यार. लेकिन जैसे बोले यार because some relationships would be मतलब बहुत काम करते हैं नहीं क्या करेंगे. So at least for that. And we have to ensure due compliance submitting in time. Now we move to internal audit. Internal audit अपना दोस्त है कि दुश्मन जो भी है लेकिन उससे बदलना पड़ेगा. जैसे एक इंटरनल ऑडिटर 5 साल से ज़्यादा लगे. यदि फर्म है तो फर्म का सेकंड पार्टनर है सेम फर्म 10 साल से लगे. That's probably it. What compliance means, अब इंटर से we have to take this details. The इंटर का प्लान किसको मालूम है? पेमेंट करता TDS में. So we need to take name, address, plan, designation of auditor, name, address of audit firm, registration number, and we have to take an undertaking from our regulator. Is there any action taken against auditor partner? We are all supposed to take it in file from our auditor. This is a compliance requirement. छोटा सा. And we have to declare that there is no interest relationship. This exists now. We cannot appoint anyone for more than 5 years. And this block of 5 years will start from 16 साल. So 6 साल तक तो कोई टेंशन नहीं है. 6 साल बाद किसी को याद नहीं रहेगा, नॉन कंप्लायंस हो जाएगा. तो कहीं नोट कर लीजिए. Okay, now इंटर ऑडिटर अपने मन से कुछ भी सर ये चीज मतलब कोई देखो ऐसा करने का स्कोप नहीं है. Because objective criteria will be designed by the exchange to ensure कि सब ठीक से हो रहा है कि नहीं. And the guidelines will come by March 17. तो अगले इंटर ऑडिटर में थोड़ी मेहनत करनी. But that's not all. क्वालिटी ऑफ द इंटर ऑडिटर का भी इंस्पेक्शन हो रहा है. The quality of internal audit reports will be monitored. यदि बहुत deviation से गड़बड़ चढ़ने लगी, तो हमें चिट्ठी मिलेगी कि तुम्हारा इंटरनल ऑडिट कैसे काम कर रही है. सचिन तुमको तो कंटिन्यू करना है, ना कर हमें जितने भी ब्रोकर के इंटरनल ऑडिट है सबको चिट्ठी जाएगी. किसी की मजाल ऐसे चिट्ठी देने के बाद थीम ऑडिट को कंटिन्यू करें मुश्किल है. तो इंटरनल ऑडिट के ऊपर एक बहुत सॉलिड प्रेशर है टू गिव गुड क्वालिटी रिपोर्ट्स एंड नॉट फुल अमाउंट. And उनके भी इज्जत का सवाल है. So probably internal auditor will get very strict on us without actually saying anything. Regulator very smartly played with words and made life for non-compliance easy. And this last line I don't understand, that stock exchange inspection shall be so planned. Because at least one client of each internal auditor at least once in 5 years. So कोई ऐसा ब्रोकर है एक इंटरऑडिटर है, इसके एक ब्रोकर का कोई क्लाइंट ही नहीं, तो ब्रोकर का 5 साल में एक बार इंस्पेक्शन जरूरी है काइंड ऑफ. बट 3 साल में एक बार कर नहीं रहा है. 5 साल का क्या है, या तो 3 साल हटाने का सोच रहे हो. So that would be good news in a way. So I think probably technical reports to be submitted within 2 months. I don't think exchange will be now there's any relaxation. Though when they come now, contract audit comes out. Financial stand of the broker will be monitored. All of us are submitting our annual figures. Probably there will be some changes. They are going to check net worth percentage change. यदि बहुत बड़ा शेयर का इन्वेस्टमेंट है और आपका इन्वेस्टमेंट 40% घट गया, आपका net worth 100 करोड़ से 60 करोड़ हो गया, तो इनका अलर्ट आ जाएगा. प्रॉब्लम इंस्पेक्शन आपके आना निश्चित है कि ब्रोकर गरीब हो गया. Anyway, and percentage in reserves, percentage in margins of customers over last year or submission. Percentage in ICD. I don't know, they are very finicky about ICD. I don't think, at least in National Stock Exchange, they ask for ICD numbers. But exchange specifically BSE नहीं मांगता. But probably ये सब numbers, when you see the screen in 2000, March 17 के numbers, those will be these boxes are going to appear. They're going to check your financial ratios. And look at this. They will check the value of maximum outstanding intercorporate debt during the year divided by net worth. As of today, we are just submitting yearly figures. Now you need to have this another number. What is the highest number during the year? On the exchange ratio, कैसे निकालेगा? So these requirements are going to go up from for your statutory auditor. Net worth and share capital से percentage निकलेगा. बहुत ज़्यादा लोन ले रहे हो. साल के बीच में जो मैं कर रहा हूँ 31 मार्च को क्लीन कर देंगे. So this is what they are primarily. बोले कि बॉस तुम्हारा नेटवर्क 100 रुपया है और within the year 1000 रुपये लोन 1000 रुपये तक लोन लिया हुआ है या दिया हुआ है लोन. I think लिया हुआ ही loans. So alerts are going to go off. This is a shortcut, especially for individual brokers and partnership firms. Individual के formats का मतलब ज़्यादा मात्रा. Now Companies Act का format is applicable on all stock. So and Companies Act helps us cash flows, this and that. I don't know what they're trying to do. For example, Companies Act में there's a share capital. Individual proprietary firm में कौन सा capital? Is a proprietary capital and individual का net worth. These could be challenges. Those who keep individual files separate and measure in the sole proprietary separate शायद उनके लिए आसान होगा. But जो लोग इतना difference ही रखते हैं, they need to figure out from the auditor इसको कैसे करना है. Sorry. The deadline 30th September, 17 October, वो सब गया. जो ROC का deadline है वो अपना deadline है. So AGM हुआ उसका 30 दिन. That is it. So if you hold your AGM in April, you need to give the data to the exchange in May. This is what this means. So सारे AGM 30 September तक शिफ्ट कर देंगे. ये आपके सारे लास्ट में मिल गए. But हो गया है, बुक्स बन गए तो पहले दे दो, exchange का भी लोड कम हो जाता है, डिवाइड हो जाता है. Okay, अब not only internal statutory auditor में भी कुछ opinions हैं regulator के. You cannot have the same statutory auditor for more than 5 years. This is going to be really because many of us are same auditor for like 25, 30, 50 years. This is for all brokers, individual corporate. And this is applicable from 1st April 17. Now if you remember the last year, the block of 5 years starts from 17. यहाँ पे block of 5 years words are not written. So does it mean कि जो 5 साल हो गए इस साल change करना जरूरी हो गया? I don't think that's the intent, but the circular is not worded properly. I don't know what the legal exchange will do.
Probably we'll seek the clarification.
Yeah, we'll need clarification on this point. The standard operating procedure will be made. The penalty दोनों exchange बराबर लगाएगी. This is small, but what they're saying is, if you don't give anything on time, there's going to be trouble. 30 September, 2 महीना, 3 time. Similarly for corporate participants, penal election will be jointly framed, and ये 3 महीने में provisions आ रहे हैं. ये एक और ड्यूटी है. Once a month, at the end of the month, you have to upload your client trial balance to the exchange. not only client trial balance but also the security balances. But instead of saying जैसे client को raise user 1 इसका 10 लाख debit है credit है और shares क्या पड़े हैं? You're not supposed to put 10,000 lines 5,000 ये total 4 ISIN में 36,515 shares हैं. These are two numbers that you need to know. How many number of ISINs of that client you're holding and what is the total quantity? The problem that is going to happen, I believe, is pool account में जो shares आते हैं, they are shares held by us on behalf of clients. So when you give a statement, ideally pool में किसी early time के shares देंगे, it is supposed to capture. Most of our back offices don't do it. अपना security ledger तो बराबर है, client बनेगा, paying payout का वो तो आया. But जो pool का 2 दिन होता है ना, और माल आने वाला तो उसमें paying दिन इसका पूरा काम नहीं करेंगे. That's what we all do. So please ask the back office software to take that coordination of preparing that report. Otherwise, it could be a technical non-compliance. Could be. Sorry not to डरा रहा हूँ. Better now than after 1 year. So this is monthly data that you have to upload. 5 days after the month is over, they have given us sufficient time, at least in this one. Then again, how much pledge का कितना पैसा होगा? क्या pledge के बाद actually that is the detail they want. अच्छा 7 days. Last trading day of the month. So it's not 30 तारीख. कभी 28 वो जो भी Friday आएगा ना, तो उस हिसाब से that date plus 7. So it won't be a regular compliance calendar नहीं बनेगा. कि 30 तारीख का 7 तारीख को देना है. अजीब से कोई डेट आएगा उसका 7 days. लास्ट में 4-5 दिन छुट्टी आ गई तो 2-3 तारीख को भी लोड करना पड़ेगा. Just please update your compliance calendar. And this is coming after 3 months. December से शुरू हो जाएगा. Running account, there's a googly. अभी कई लोग हैं जो पहले 1 अप्रैल का सेटल करते थे, 30 सितंबर का सेटल करते थे, 1 अक्टूबर का सेटल करते थे, 31 मार्च का सेटल करते थे. हो गया आपका क्वार्टर सेटलमेंट. वाह भाई वाह. 31 मार्च को ऐसे डील कर रहे हैं, 1 अप्रैल को बाजार बंद आपको तो सेटल कर देंगे, काम खत्म, ये क्वार्टर तो सकता नहीं भैया. 2 सेटलमेंट के बीच 90 दिन से ज़्यादा डिफरेंस नहीं हो सकता. तो कोई आदमी शरीक है जो एग्जैक्टली 30 जून, 30 सितंबर, 31 दिसंबर और 31 मार्च को करता है, वो भी नहीं चलेगा. बिकॉज बीच में 91 डेज आ जाएंगे. बिकॉज 365 डेज है ना, 363. सो दे हैव गॉट दिस. एंड चेक काट के ड्रॉ में आप नहीं रख सकते. सेटलमेंट आपको एनईएफटी ही करना पड़ेगा. फिर आप बोलोगे क्लाइंट का बैंक डिटेल ही नहीं है मेरे पास, मैं क्या करूँ? यू आर सपोज टू टेक डिटेल्स फ्रॉम द क्लाइंट. फ्रॉम ऑल द क्लाइंट एनईएफटी के डिटेल्स है, वो भी सेक्शन में डालना. जो हमने क्वेरीज रेज की थी उस सेक्शन में क्लैरिफाई कर दिया. सब क्लाइंट डिटेल में ना यू हैव टू टेक. खत्म. एंजॉय. ये 3 महीने बाद आ रहा है. पैन नंबर ये अगेन टर्मिनल डिटेल लोड करते हैं ना एलसी में. एक ही नाम पे 4-5 अलग क्या पता चलेगा. नाउ पैन नंबर ऑफ ऑल द डीलर्स इन द सिस्टम किस. सो probably that is again कुछ लोग के लिए तकलीफ करने वाली. एक्स्ट्रा टर्मिनल से प्लीज वो डीएक्टिवेट कर दो. बेकार में एक्टिव प्रोडक्ट को बैकअप करने के या जो जनरली बैठता है उसका डिटेल आपको देना पड़ेगा. पैन नंबर ऑफ ऑल डायरेक्टर्स, ऑल केएमपी मतलब हाँ की मैनेजमेंट मतलब कौन डायरेक्टर, कंपनी सेक्रेटरी, चीफ एग्जीक्यूटिव ऑफिसर, सीएफओ. ना केएमपी का डेफिनेशन कंपनीज एक्ट का लेंगे उसका बनाएंगे. प्रॉब्ली कंपनीज एक्ट इंपॉर्टेंट केस ऑफ पार्टनरशिप फॉर्म्स. हु इज द केएमपी? No companies act. So yes, these are silly things, but obviously all of them know that कौन कौन है नहीं जानते. Compliance officer definitely a KMP. Top looking compliance officer. Staff के डिटेल ऊपर है. All the best. And within 7 days change, director change हो गया, कुछ भी change हो गया, 7 दिन में inform करना जरूरी. Again things to do in other activities. So this is what this is. But now this is a small Excel sheet. जो जाना चाहे जा सकते हैं, जो अभी भी डरे हैं रह सकते हैं. Now this O A B C D M MC This is what it is. This is the data they made nice data. Total end of the day balance in all the client bank accounts. I'll just put some numbers. Increase the font तो देखना बंद हो जाएगा. मतलब think about it. Let's zoom in. Let's see about it. Zoom. Clear? और बड़ा करूँ? तो A क्लाइंट अकाउंट में क्या बैलेंस पड़ा हुआ है? Let's say 100. क्लेम हाउस में कलेक्टर क्या पड़ा है? एफडीज पड़ी होंगी, बैंक गारंटी होगी 3%, तो 150 इतना अपने धंधा कर रहे हैं, एक्सचेंज में 2.5% 2 करोड़ 5% में बैंक गारंटी दे रखी है, ये एफडी दे रखी है, खुद के शेयर्स भी दे रखे हैं, शेयर्स को भी कंसिडर होंगे, अदर देन शेयर्स क्या दे रखे हैं, ये आ गया. तो क्लाइंट अकाउंट में 100 का माल पड़ा हुआ है, एक्सचेंज में 150 का माल पड़ा हुआ है. अब टोटल क्रेडिट आपके कितने हैं? Say 150. No problem. कोई डिफिकल्टी नहीं. You are safe. Creditors 250 के हैं. No problem. कोई डिफिकल्टी नहीं. जितना लॉजिक है, जितना क्लाइंट का धन आपके पास पड़ा हुआ है, वो धन कहाँ है? सब 150 रुपये आपके बैंक अकाउंट में पड़ा हुआ है और 150 रुपये क्लेम ऑपरेशन पड़ा हुआ है. एक्सचेंज इज कंप्लीट. This is probably the first test. अब ये suppose this becomes 300, 50 रुपये आपने मिसयूटिलाइज किया. This is the basic logic. अब किस चीज में मिसयूटिलाइज किया? That difference will come. This is how it ये difference will come. A plus B minus C. नेगेटिव हुआ मतलब कर दो. Correct?
सर ये लेकिन कोलेटरल के अंदर क्यों लिक्विड लो गया? इसमें बैंक गारंटी दी हुई है
50% बैंक गारंटी.
50%. इट मींस 100 करोड़ की आपके 100 करोड़ की एक्चुअली बैंक गारंटी है.
हाँ.
इट मींस एक्चुअली यू हैव टू कीप द 50 लाख रुपीस एक्चुअली इन द बैंक.
नहीं. सपोज क्लाइंट अकाउंट में 1 रुपया भी नहीं पड़ा.
नहीं. सपोज माय क्लाइंट अकाउंट इज हैविंग
नहीं मैं
12 करोड़ रुपीस क्रेडिट है.
सपोज आपके क्लाइंट अकाउंट में कुछ भी नहीं है, बैंक में कोई बैलेंस ही नहीं है. आपने एक्सचेंज को 100 करोड़ की बैंक गारंटी दी है, तो उसका 50 मतलब 50 करोड़ का माल एक्सचेंज का कर रहा है. और आपके टोटल क्रेडिटर्स पूरे ऑफिस में 45 करोड़. हाँ. कोई दिक्कत नहीं. आप कंफर्टेबल
100 करोड़ है.
आपके क्रेडिटर्स 100 करोड़ मतलब क्लाइंट ने आपको 100 करोड़ का चेक दिया हुआ है, वो पैसे बैंक में भी नहीं है, वो पैसे एक्सचेंज में भी नहीं है, तो किया क्या पैसा हमने?
तो इट मींस द 50 करोड़ रुपीस एक्चुअली यू हैव kept actively into the bank account.
Yes.
For client account.
मतलब
So why there is a one question? Why the broker will make a bank guarantee on the behalf of the client? Because currently what is the position? Broker is leveraging this position.
सर मैं आपको इंटरप्ट करता हूँ. फर्स्ट ये क्यों है उसकी जगह पहले ये क्या है उस पर जाते हैं. क्यों को बात कर लेते हैं कि ऐसा क्यों किया विद योर परमिशन. सो दिस इज व्हाट दिस G इज दिस नंबर. जब तक ये पॉजिटिव है मतलब आपने कोई बदमाशी नहीं की, नेगेटिव है तो बदमाशी हुई. नाउ से मतलब बदमाशी इज अ रॉन्ग वर्ड, बट रेगुलेटर पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से ये ठीक नहीं. अब ये बोलते हैं 350. अब डेटर्स साहब ने 10,000 के डेटर्स सब क्लाइंट से डेबिट. इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? जो क्रेडिट के क्लाइंट के पैसे थे उससे आप क्लाइंट का डेबिट चला गया. दिस इज व्हाट कम्स है. Amount of points of one client used for other client. If positive G is less than absolute of G is less than absolute of D. I don't think
that's correct. What they are saying, the absolute value of G that becomes 350 in this case. So they are ignoring the minus.
यहाँ है ही नहीं कोई डेटर नहीं, मतलब 350 आपने खुद के लिए यूज कर, then this is not up.
Correct.
Clear? This is what this table, this is what will come with the data. यदि यहाँ पे फिगर है तो बहुत ही बुरी बात है, और यदि ये फिगर है कुछ तो unacceptable. Anybody who is a stockbroker will agree कि क्लाइंट का पैसा तुम नहीं कर सकते. You are trustee of client. How dare you? मतलब it is unacceptable behavior. I believe everybody in the broking community will agree. हम लोग खाली झगड़ा करते हैं यहाँ पे क्या प्रॉब्लम है यार? This is okay. डेबिट तो है ना उसका माल का, बट अगेन रेगुलेटर में मुझे स्पेशली फैमिली के पास प्रॉब्लम होता है. फैमिली एक हस्बैंड का 5 करोड़ क्रेडिट है, वाइफ का 5 करोड़ डेबिट है, अपने क्रेडिट के लिस्ट में आ जाएगा, बैंक में बैलेंस है नहीं, तो 5 करोड़ मिसलेस वन क्लाइंट्स मनी यूज फॉर. दिस इज द नंबर फ्रॉम दिस टेबल, ABDNE. नाउ दिस इज सेकंड टेबल.